Start. All right, let's see if it's working. Start. Oh, it's working. Oh, I have to change the fucking title. God damn it. That's annoying. Okay. Just write the exact same title. Should do this before I go live, but that will probably never change, to be honest. Okay. It's a stream is up. A stream is up. Okay. Get that chat here. Put that there. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're playing fucking no, we're playing Resident Evil 2, but before we play, I want to know what it's about, because I genuinely do not know. I have no clue about the lore, even a tiny bit. I played Resident Evil 7, because I heard I don't need to know anything about the other games. That game was cool. That was a fun game. Do I know what happened in it and its connection to the main story? No to both of those things. No to both. But that's okay, because we're going to start from scratch and we're going to go through the games. Well, at least we're going to go through Resident Evil 2. If I like it, cool. Maybe we'll play another one next time. Yeah, that's all I can really give you. Okay, boom. Boom. Boom.
More and more as new games are continuing to be released.
All right.
Fear is also up there, but another one.
Oh, let's start from the beginning. So, okay, before we play, I'm gonna watch the video from Green Links, because I know nothing about the first game, and I don't know. I assume it's important, right? 1, 2, you would think it's important in some way. So we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn a little bit about it. I was looking through a couple of the videos, and this guy sounds like he has a personality. No disrespect to like anybody else, but yeah.
When you think about the best horror game series out there, a few names definitely come to mind. Silent Hill is a shoo-in. Outlast is slowly solidifying itself more and more as new games are continuing to be released. Fear is also up there. But another one of those top names is undeniably.
I never played Fear. Should I play Fear?
And with all the new Resident Evil remakes of 2 and 3,
I think I should play Fear.
Resident Evil 4 early next year. The franchise that was created a whole 26 years ago in 1996 is now being introduced to a brand new generation of gamers, and with pretty high acclaim. It now has 8 main series titles under its belt, and I want to break down the stories of these games, starting with the very first installment.
Oh, there is a number 8. Bro, they've made so many, and they love it.
There's a very few amount of people watching that have actually played this game firsthand. So let's break down the story of the game that launched a 26-year-old horror franchise.
Yes!
A young woman estimated to be roughly 20 years old.
Raccoon Time articles from the scrapbook, May 27th, 1998. That's the year I'm born. I'm old. Animal attack? Woman mutilated? May 20th, around 10 p.m. at a 20-year-old young woman's body was found at a passerby on the left bank of Marble River in the Cedar district of Raccoon City. Raccoon police assumed it to be a grizzly or other animals doing, because like a grizzly bear. Yeah. I'm there. I'm hip, because there are hip because there are teeth marks along her mutilated arms and left foot that show considerable power. Since she was wearing, I have so much saliva in my mouth. Since she was wearing a hiking boots on her remaining foot, it had been determined that she was attacked in the Arkland Mountains and fell into the river. They are hurrying to identify this woman.
Was found washed up on a riverbank on the outskirts of Raccoon City during the night
Oh, he's gonna read it.
of May 20th, 1998. The police were informed, and the Raccoon Police Department declared that the young lady had some lacerations to her arms and her left foot was missing. There was also bite marks found, and naturally the police determined that it was most likely those pesky grizzly bears. The RPD, which I will use to describe the Raccoon Police Department, put it down to an unfortunate hiking accident and just left it at that.
Raccoon.
These attacks didn't stop.
Wait, RPD? Raccoon Police Department. Yeah, yeah.
They began to get more and more frequent. A family of 3 were found dead after camping in the woods with organs missing and bite wounds all over the bodies.
By the way, am I exposing myself with any of these links? Okay, let's just go through it. Let's go through it. We got X to Everything app. I don't even use anymore. I'm scared to click it because I do think my account's in there, and that is a scary place to open up just freely. That's TikTok. That is YouTube. That is Twitch. That is the Bazaar. How Bizarre, so I can know what certain enchantments or just certain items do with enchantments in the Bazaar. What I said was a double entendre. I was just saying the same thing twice. Level Up. This is a Pathfinder thing that I don't need anymore. Sherlock Holmes books. Don't need that anymore. Just One Cookbook. Oh, I made a curry. I made some good curry that day. Glasses. I'm good. Twitch chat. Oh, this is a good video. Let's watch this really quickly. Just really quickly.
What happened to being ass? What happened to genuinely sucking at shit in front of people vulnerably? Fuck this goddamn world, man. If you're a genuine idiot, you're rage baiting. If you genuinely suck at something, you're clip farming. I'm just actually that guy who's fucking bad. That's authentic, genuine ass. I don't have to pretend to be bad. I am bad. I don't have to pretend to be dumb. I am dumb.
That's so good. It's so good that he just fucked that up too, man.
I went to Arizona State University. I graduated high school with a 2.9, and I was in an honors choir class that gave me a 5.0 buff. I have an English degree, the most useless thing you can have, and I still cheated. I didn't want to read Fahrenheit 451. It's 100
I've never read that
pages.
in my life. Never heard of it in my life until this video.
Ass. You're clip farming? What happened to being
It's so good, man. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Anyways, we keep that there. This is a list of like different modules in RPG systems. This is a fucked up thing, honestly. It has some of the links to what I use for like the server for like our Thursday night games. By the way, this Thursday we're not doing anything. We're actually moving it to Tuesday because I'm gonna go to a Draw Steel Western March Session 0 event in downtown Newark. It's awesome. It's gonna be so cool. They're doing a Session 0 with everybody that's gonna be joining the West March. It's gonna be so much fun. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they do it different days. There'll probably be different DMs for it. I would assume. If there's one guy, that'd be crazy. There could be one guy. If he loves it, he loves it. But I want to learn the system more, and just playing more is good. So they're gonna be doing that event, so I'm gonna be switching it over for Tuesday. I let the boys know they're all cool with it. In regards to, we'll get to the game soon, but on in regards, nice cup hashtag. My Yoshi cup? It's so good. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's cracking though. It's cracking. I don't understand. It doesn't even go into like a a washer. Uh, yeah. I don't think you can see it. It's too much of a glare. Anyways, so we're switching it the days. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then talking about the campaign, I was working on it for like the past like 2 hours. Oh baby, it has been good eatings. Yum yum yum. We have a cool new adventure and new stuff coming up, guys. It's gonna be so sick. It's gonna be a fucked up Dark Woods. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay. Fantasyland. It is all fucked up. I don't even want to organize it right now. Audible, my Laudable library. We could delete that. Ooh, this guy. I have this guy. I inspired to be this guy one day. He's a creative director. He does the audio for A World Beyond Numbers. Specifically the Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One series. I don't know if he does it for the Flight of Alvari or whatever it's called. But this guy is sick. He's like an audio technician, but like this is all his skills, his like things that he's done in his life. So it's kind of like he's like my inspiration. So it's cool. I like him. So I have that. We're keeping that one. Flavebot, that's for the music when we're doing the Daggerheart streams. Rom's Mega Thread is me looking at old PlayStation 2 games and Wii games and other games just for fun. Not because I would download anything illegally, because that is against the law. But I just have it there so I can reminisce of old games and look at the wallpapers and the different screenshots and like to read the manuals, you know? Just that old classic feeling. And this is Beacon, which I never use. Oh, I mean I use Beacon. Let me not. Oh, fuck the police. And then this is just a bunch of shit. Is there any crazy shit? Imagine it's just Pornhub. Timo builds. Damn, bro. This is just years and years of stuff. What's this one? Pokemon. Wait, is this the... No, it was the manga. It was the Pokemon manga when I used to read it. Anyways, wait a minute. Oh, sorry. Okay. And back it down. Wait, where's... I deleted the fucking... Oh, shit. We gotta go back to the video. Okay. Focus on. So the people that weren't here, we're gonna be playing Resident Evil 2 today, but I know nothing about the first Resident Evil, so we're watching a video by a guy named Green Links.
Now, look, unless Yogi the Bear is having a really, really bad few days, this is starting to suggest that maybe there's a little more to this. The RPD think that those bite marks look awfully human.
Raccoon, the police department.
A 39-year-old man was later found dead at a boat mooring station that he worked at along the Mendez River. Now, this river is also nearby to Raccoon City, but is actually a completely different river to where the 20-year-old woman was found. That was the Marble River. Now, there wasn't much of this guy left. But what was curious was the fact that there was a bunch of small animals that were also found around the area, half-eaten, not cooked. Really weird on the fourth case. There was this elderly couple that lived up in the Arkley Mountains, roughly the same area that the other things had been happening within. But these ones had bite marks on each of their necks and died of blood loss. And look, I know what you're thinking. Vampires.
Yeah.
It's the only logical conclusion.
Yeah, for sure.
An autopsy showed that they each had flesh in their stomachs. So they did it to each other. But the RPD was still open to it being a third party, and I think
zombies!
it's safe to say that we can rule out...
Is there zombies? I think there's zombies, right? I think the first game had zombies. Did the number 7 have zombies? Yeah, it had zombies. Duh, Steven. Yeah, it's Resident Evil. I know that much.
Here on this one. In the end, there were 7 hikers and mountain climbers that were found dead within a month. 4 families died, which added up to 13 people, 20 people in total, in a very
Damn.
short amount of time. There was a story going around within the Raccoon Times that there were a pack of aggressive dogs within the woods since there had been some sightings. By the time July 9th had come around, the RPD closed every single road leading into the Arkley Mountains because there were so many people dying they didn't even have time to continue their investigations into the previous deaths.
That's terrifying.
So the RPD put in some man hours and ended up with nothing. Not a clue. I mean, some of the injuries were so bad that the families couldn't even identify some of them. But one thing was for sure, people were eating people. And it was happening a lot. At first, they thought that maybe it was some cultists high on drugs. The police even spoke to many of the pharmacies in the general hospital to see if there were any patients or visitors with unusual injuries, but nothing came up. So maybe it isn't a cult. In reality, it ultimately doesn't matter. There is a group of killers in the mountains and they need to be dealt with. But they needed a group of people with the appropriate resources and trainings to carry out such a mission. So the RPD assigned these kills to the STARS, or better known as the Special Tactics and Rescue Service. The Special Forces team with scientific and
I
military
bleed
expertise to get this
blue.
mission done. So an internal investigation took place within STARS and ultimately
My
they came to the
toes
same conclusion that the RPD did.
crossed.
There has to be a gang
I
of
was
killers in
lying.
the woods. So on the 22nd of July, they would deploy and deal with them. The planning of the mission was done by a Dr. Albert Wesker, the captain of STARS. The Bravo team of STARS were assigned to investigate and they left via a helicopter on the evening of July 23rd. All communication with the Bravo team was lost only a few hours later. As a day had passed,
Helicopters
it was
are
paramount
dangerous.
that the Alpha team
R.I.P.
now be deployed into the mountains to
Kobe.
find and regain communications with the Bravo team and find out exactly what happened. Now this is where you'll find yourself at the very start of the game. All of the previous stuff is found within files and documents that you can find and a little bit of background dialogue as well. The Alpha team found the wreck site of the helicopter that was transporting the Bravo squad and upon further investigation found the body of the pilot. But they were ultimately ambushed by a bunch of wild dogs. Turns out that the whole newspaper theory of dogs being in the woods turned out to be right after all. The pilot of the Alpha squad's helicopter rightfully so freaked the hell out and he took off, leaving behind the entirety of the Alpha team.
That's so
Now,
fucked.
Let's just get familiar with our squad here. We
Okay.
have Captain Wesker and God
Whisker.
damn, look at those glasses.
God, he's so
Barry
fucking
Burden,
cool.
Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield.
Oh!
Now, if you're along,
Ding, 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 ding. That woman is important. That woman is important. Also, is there like captions? I would love that. Let's go back a little bit.
the woods turned out to be right after all. The pilot of the Alpha squad's helicopter rightfully so freaked the hell out and he took off, leaving behind the entirety of the Alpha team. Now, let's just get familiar with our squad here. We have Captain Wesker.
Whisker.
God damn, look at those glasses.
Fucking hot.
Burden,
Barry
Jill
Burden.
Valentine, and Chris Redfield. Now, if you're a long-time Resident Evil fan, a few of those names, if not all of them, are going to ring some big old bells. They see a mansion in the woods. Incredibly convenient. Big old time. Barry Burden, Jill Valentine,
Jill Valentine, Chris Westfield. Jill Valentine, Chris Westfield.
and Chris Redfield.
Fuck,
Now, if you're a
Redfield,
long-time
fuck!
Resident Evil fan, a few of those names, if not all of them, are going to ring some big old bells. They see a mansion in the woods. Incredibly convenient. And after being chased by rabid dogs, decide to take shelter within it.
That's
Chris is,
iconic.
however, missing, and they decide, like in every good horror movie or a 70s cartoon about talking dogs, to split up and look for clues. They eventually find Officer Sullivan, wishing that he had taken his holiday pay and go on a nice little trip to the Maldives. Instead, now he's zombie food and solidifies himself on our list as the second Bravo team casualty. Jill and Burden head back into the main foyer to look for Wesker, who is now missing, so they decide to once again split up and look for clues. I mean, look, I'm no special operative or anything, so excuse me if I'm talking out of turn here, but
You
if I
are.
was in an
You are. Stop
abandoned
talking.
building in the middle of some murder
You don't
rooms,
understand.
and people were consistently
Splitting up is
and constantly
genius.
going
You
missing,
cover more
I really
ground.
don't think I would keep deciding, you know what, let's split up. Nothing bad's going to happen. No? Just me?
Just you.
Alright, we'll move on. Jill does some exploring and has a little run-in with a bath zombie, and finds Officer Speyer dead on the balcony. and thus marks the third death within the Bravo squad. However, not that far away is Officer Aiken, who is actually still alive. Now, he's a little worse for wear, mind you,
He
but
looks
he
fucked up.
complains that he was bitten by a very big poisonous snake. So he might not be alive for very long if he doesn't get some serum, which Jill promises to go and get. And that's when Jill found this chunky beast that caused the bite, and I think big is probably an understatement. They soon find out that this mansion is full of all sorts of nasty surprises, such as some big sharks, some spiders, and a test subject that we later find out to be called Lisa Trevor. We'll get back to her in a second. And also whatever the hell this is supposed to be. Burden gives it the old flamethrower treatment and decided to once again split up.
We should split up again and investigate.
All right.
Yep, you heard that right. Jill has become a little suspicious of Burden's actions by this stage and has started to question some of the things that he's been doing. I mean, there was a scene a little earlier of him speaking to somebody, but Burden brushed it off as speaking to himself because he's getting up there in age. Jill initially brushes it off, but the suspicion is growing. We find Wesker, who has been missing for a very large portion of the game at this stage, and explains how happy he is that Jill is alright.
Jill, so you're safe.
Sounds real convincing.
He sounds real concerned.
Split up. Ugh. And eventually make your way underground where you find Captain Marini. Now, this is the leader of the Bravo squad. He tells Jill that the stars are being betrayed by Umbrella and that somebody is a traitor. Then boom.
Who's Umbrella?
Right on cue, no more info. You re-find Burden and he says to split up again while he makes sure that nothing stops their point of escape, aka the elevator. Ultimately betraying Jill and taking it for himself and leaving Jill to die. And once you actually do catch back up with him, he hits you with what could be quite possibly the worst assassination attempt I have ever seen in my life.
Damn!
Talking.
Damn, Jill!
Then
Like
Lisa
that?
shows up and a whole boss fight ensues.
Talking.
Who?
Then Lisa shows up
Lisa.
and a whole boss fight ensues, which leads to Lisa falling from what appears to be like a 200, 300 foot drop.
Uh-huh.
Burden explains that she's most likely alive still and that he will stay there and make sure that Jill continues on. Jill, for whatever reason, completely forgets that Burden just tried to blow her brains out about 5 minutes prior and agrees.
Okay.
Jill finds a projector room within the underground laboratory and we get a little bit of a lore drop. Essentially, Umbrella has been
This is the game that started a cult following? Man.
creating bioorganic weapons. We see that those very angry doggos outside in the woods are called the Cerberus, the giant sharks are called Neptune, and a bunch of others.
Okay.
Umbrella has essentially been doing a whole bunch of strange experiments. We get to see a team photo of the Bioorganic Weapons Research Group, and look, I don't know about you, but I could recognize those glasses almost anywhere. After a bit more exploring through the lab, Jill comes across a jail cell containing none other than Chris Redfield. He says that something big's going down. Yeah, no crap, Sherlock. And Jill goes to get the cell key. You manage to find Wesker again in the main part of the laboratory. And guess who betrays you? None other than very badass Burden. It turns out that this person that Burden was talking to earlier was actually Wesker, and that if Burden didn't follow Wesker's directions, his wife and daughters would be killed as a result. Now it's time for a little bit of evil bad guy monologue. while
Hella
Jill
people
finds
pointing
out that
guns.
Umbrella
Somebody
wants to
pull the
eliminate
trigger.
Stars, and despite how it may seem, Wesker is actually doing things out of his own interest, not out of Umbrella's interest. A double cross, if you will. Wesker plans on handing over all the bioweapon embryos and datas to a rival company of Umbrella. Big Barry comes in and gives Wesker a few rounds for his troubles, and Wesker ends up unleashing this bad boy, named 002 Tyrant. We got to see him a little bit on the projector earlier as well, and we get a nice little evil laugh out of Wesker. And it turns out that the Tyrant remembers Wesker from his time as a member of the research team.
Oh.
That, messed him up in the first place. So he goes after him first. Wesker delivers what is quite possibly the biggest insult that you could ever give to a newly born embryo.
Premature.
Burden gets a backhand as well and leaves Jill to deal with the problem.
I get it
herself.
now.
Once dealt
I
with,
get it.
Jill helps find Burden and finds out that Wesker has escaped. The self-destruct sequence has been activated and it's time to abandon ship. They manage to release Chris and continue their way through the underground lab. They get a call from Brad, who was the pilot that abandoned them at the very start of the game. He says to show a sign if any of them are still alive. Jill makes her way to the heliport and sends off a flare to Brad, which the tyrant shows up again to lay down some more hands. Which ends incredibly bad for Burton, who really doesn't make it out of this situation. Chris and Jill escape on the helicopter while the mansion and the laboratory blow up beneath them, ending Resident Evil 1. Now, RE1 has multiple endings, so this is just taking into the account that you get the best ending, otherwise it could be a very, very lonely Jill Valentine in that helicopter. We can also gather a few extra details from the files and collectibles that you find throughout the game. For
Okay.
example, what exactly happened in the laboratory that led to the events happening within the mansion and the surrounding woods afterwards. There is a diary written by somebody that is going through the process of experimentation with a virus described as the T-virus. On the 9th of May 1998, 2 months before the death of the 20-year-old woman at the riverbank, a few of the Umbrella security service stationed at the Arkley laboratory were playing poker with a Steve from research. Steve was suspected of cheating. A day later, on May 10th, the writer described being tasked with looking after a new creature that looked like a skinned gorilla. He would feed it live animals and it would play with them until ultimately eating them. May 11th, Scott from security woke up the writer in a protective suit, describing some form of accident had happened in the basement. May 12th, the writer complains about having to wear a protective suit and doesn't feed the dogs. Dude, not cool. May 13th, and the writer is in the infirmary complaining of a swollen back and feeling itchy. He was told to stop wearing the suit. By the 14th, they had found blisters on their feet, and when they went to check on the dogs, one of them had also escaped. May 16th, apparently a researcher tried to escape.
Man, these guys suck at their job, respectfully.
The complains of feeling hot and itchy, and apparently they even had some rotten flesh dropping off them. Ooh, dude. May 19th, the fever is gone, but still itchy, followed by today hungry and eat doggy food. The entry on May 21st is a woozy.
They're becoming stupid.
Itchy Scott came ugly face, so killed him tasty. It seems our writer has decided to begin speaking caveman style, but I do appreciate the continued use of punctuation. And then after that, it's just itchy tasty. So the journal does give a bit of an initial insight into what went wrong within the lab and how the infected feel before they end up turning. We find a will of one of the researchers working on the experiments. It's written by a Martin Crockhorn to his wife Alma. Martin explains that he was not able to talk to her due to the guy in the sunglasses, aka Wesker. He described the accident at the laboratory and that the virus that they were studying had escaped. His colleagues are now zombies and explain that as you turn, your humanity is stripped away from you. Memories being one of them. He decides that a peaceful death is a better way to go out than a life as a zombie. And finally, an order that you can find, which was dated July 22nd, 1998, and is apparently top secret. White Umbrella writes to the head of security saying that X-Day is approaching, and to lure stars into the laboratory so that Umbrella can collect some data from the battles. Just how well are the experiments holding up against the Special Forces unit? Collect some embryos and ultimately destroy the laboratory, researchers and the animals and make it all look accidental. These are the key points of information that you'll find within Resident Evil 1. However, we do find out some extra tidbits and information about the events of RE1 in the Umbrella Chronicles game series.
The fuck?
So I will mention them here briefly since they really don't warrant an entire video on them themselves. Also, if you've made it to this point, please let me know down below in the comments. And if you want me to slowly release a video on each of the Resident Evil games leading up to the release of Resident Evil 4 Remake. In Rebirth, we found out that Wesker survived the incident in the laboratory due to using the virus on himself before Jill and Barry saw him missing. He finds Lisa, Trevor in the main hall, trapping her and ending her suffering when the mansion blows up later on. Lisa was the daughter of a family that had been abducted by Umbrella and experimented on in research of a virus. We also see in beginnings that Wesker and Perkins see that the T-virus has become uncontrollable, and Wesker decides to change to Umbrella's rival company before Umbrella gets exposed for what's happening with the T-virus. Perkins stays behind working on a stronger G-virus, but that story is best kept for another day. And that's about it. Again, I tried to get rid of as much fluff as human.
Okay, alright. You heard the man. That's it. That's all we need. And now we are ready. We are ready. We are ready for Resident Evil number 2. Oh, God. Okay. What the fuck is this? Dude, why is it opening like this? It opened the weirdest way. Oh, and now it's full screen. This game has autosave features. Voice language, English, display English, subtitles on, headphones. Yeah, everything looks good. Boom. Enable HDR, no. Adjust value until pattern is just visible. What the fuck is happening? Give me a sec, I know you can't see. Adjust value until the picture on the left disappears. Please check. The picture on the left won't disappear. Okay, boom, there. Confirm. Adjust the rectangular area to match the size of your screen. Confirm, but I still have to change stuff. Connect to, no. Your new game mode has been added. Okay, cool. Options. Give me graphics. Give me windowed. Give me 1080. Yes. Put it over. Let me out of the fucking screen. Let me out of the fucking screen. Let me out of the fucking screen, you little bastard. I should get a way to connect this. 1 second. Let's see if this works. Looks like it's not. Unfortunate. Try this way. Unfortunate. Okay, I would love to use a controller. So give me a second while I figure this out. Huh. I might not be able to. Wait. Actually, no, this doesn't help me. This does not help me. Oh, this might help me. Okay, this helps me. Alright. Alright, 1 second. Let's see if I could just do this here. Trying to figure this out. I have too many cables. I'll say it. I have too many. This is a nice cable though. Give me 2 loops and close it out. How the fuck do you close this? Is that really how you do it? What the hell? Why is it like this, man? Okay. See if this one works. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I want to be immersed into the game, so I'm going to try to get this in full screen. But that means I can't see one of the chats. So I'm just gonna pick Twitch chat. Is what it is, man. Okay, cool. And now can I would love to be able to get out of this. Why can't I escape? I'm kind of losing it a little bit. How the fuck do I get out? This game! Okay. Just fucking... Can I exit the game at least? I literally can't do anything. Doesn't even let me out of the game, bro. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Okay. Credits. No. Oh, fucking hell, game. Let me the fuck out. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the game. What is this? What is this? Yes, exit the game. Fuck it. Okay. Okay. Get me back. I have to search this up because I'm not going back in there like that.
Now,
How to escape from game in RES2 Steam version. Okay, I think I'm just fucked. I'm fucked. I think that's what it is. God, this fucking game. Can I game capture? It doesn't populate, man, because I also I have stupid. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I have a game bard enabled, bro. Give me the turn that shit off, man. How do I do this? Okay, boom. Okay, cool. All right, and then I click on it and it's in the game. Okay, cool. Good enough, bro. Good enough. I'll figure out how to close the game after like 2 hours. Don't make me do everything again. All right, cool. Boom. Resident Evil 2. Let's do this. All right. Story. What? Continue. No, new game. Actually, options. Audio. That should be fine. Is the audio good? I really hope so. If not, we'll hopefully fix it a little bit later. Story mode. New, continue. Unable to, yeah, that makes sense. New game. Oh, whose story do you supposed to start with? I mean, he's on the top, so I assume him. After a few days of radio silence from his new post, Leon S. Kennedy drives to Raccoon City to scope things out. Unbeknownst to him, a nightmare awaits. A different nightmare awaits Claire Redfield, who is unaware of just how distractingly her very ordinary life is about to change. Who do I start with? Is the camera dark for scary purposes? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, he's above, right? I'm searching it up. Who should I start with? Resident Evil 2, who do I start with? RE2, who to choose, who to play first, yeah. Yeah, this random Reddit post is gonna help me. I picked Claire since the original was Claire A, Leon B. It kind of was, but I felt more so I Claire. What the fuck? That didn't answer me at all, brother. Okay, so they say Clara first. Okay, this is why I ask. Boom. All right. She's an ordinary lady going into this world and doesn't know what the fuck's happening in Raccoon City. Cool. Let's go. Standard. Yeah, standard. Raccoon City and oh.
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I saw this with my own eyes.
Oh, I believe you, buddy. I believe you. Just
Ew.
Tell us a story.
A McGriddle?
Well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk.
Whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have?
No, man, I barely had a buzz on.
Oh, come on.
Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You had to see her eyes, her nose, her whole face. It looked like it was rotting.
Yeah.
She looked like a corpse. Like a walking corpse, man.
Sounds like my wife.
I've never seen anything like it. I hadn't been able to sleep since that night.
All right, calm down, buddy. Calm down. Just, hey, you gotta stay strong, okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
Yeah, well, you got that right. If you freeze up around these things, they'll sink their teeth in you. I saw him attack somebody.
Oh, come on. Just getting good. I need some sleep.
Boom.
Oh, shit!
Dude, you killed somebody. Dude, you killed an innocent human being. How freaking dare you, dude? How freaking dare you? Well, you gotta run. You gotta get out of here.
What do I do?
Get the fuck out. Uh-oh. Oh, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine.
Bro, you're driving in the rain in a motorcycle. I've done that before. It is not a good thing. It is not a fine thing. It's very dangerous.
Why does everyone think I'm gonna get in trouble? What the?
Yeah, this is when you get on the bike and keep going.
Hello?
Yeah. And what the fuck is going on here? Okay. This game... Wow. Sorry, the controls feel like absolute ass. Okay. And display. The graphics look absolutely terrible. Why does it look absolutely terrible? It's ultra. Why is this view crazy? Dude, why is it running like fucking potatoes? What is happening? I have this big ass computer for no reason. I'm just gonna put everything low and see if it makes any difference or if there's actually like a problem with my computer. Because if there is, I'm just turning off the stream and I'm not even gonna deal with it. Because I don't got the time right now to do that. Yeah, and it is still running exact same shit quality. What happened to the computer, man? What happened? What the fuck happened, man? Okay, so this is where the settings are supposed to be, default-wise. Bro, why is it running like absolute shit? Why is it running like absolute garbage? What the fuck is happening? I'm gonna fucking break the computer. Keep going. Keep going. Fucking hell, man. Quit the fucking game. Quit the fucking game, bro. Alright, well, we're not playing this game. I have no fucking idea what's wrong. I have literally no tiny bit of an idea of why it's so shit right now. And I am too annoyed at the moment to even try and figure it out. Yeah, I'm looking at fucking, like, everything looks fucking great. No spikes of usage. I don't know. Anyways, that's just gonna be it for now, I guess. Fuck me for trying to play a good game. All right, we'll try next time. Fuck it, we'll try next time. I don't know. I'll